Today is a very exciting day on the USS Ariel. A strange signal has been emanating from the Brooks galaxy. This is well outside that of known space, and as such, we have been chosen to pioneer this investigative mission. As we will be traveling further out into space than any vessel before us, the captain has entrusted me with safety checking the coil. This is, of course, essential to the success of the mission, as we will be pushing the coil harder than we ever have before. And why only I can be entrusted with such a task.
I do a safety check of the engine coil once a week, in accordance with the ISA safety regulations for a starship of this class. Checking of the coil usually takes about 24 hours to thoroughly conduct and document. The report can be anywhere from 50 to 100 pages in length, and then it's filed with Crewman, Ricardo, and Engineering. Tom just handed me this. He said he wants to do his own check of the engine coil to ensure that it was done correctly. He told me to make a copy of this report and get it directly to the captain. I said I'm going to get right on it.
Hello, everyone. I've gathered all of you here to inform you that our ship, the USS Azarius, has been asked to go out deep into space on an investigative mission. Now, since we will be traveling at light speed, it's very important that we take every single precaution necessary in regards to prepping the coil.
You know, as a junior volunteer physicist, it pains me when people reference traveling at the speed of light, because that, of course, is impossible. You know, what actually happens is we use the force of the coil to increase what is known as light speed, enabling us to travel at speeds comparable to what is currently, and then, when the ship is surrounded by the shielding, then, and only then, are we able to travel in a theoretical nuclear bubble. But wait, I'm not through. And that is, very bare bones explanation of how we travel great distances in such a small amount of time. Any other questions?
We will be bringing the engine coil online in the next few hours. As such, I'm going to need each of you at his and her respected stations and ready to go by 0900.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited. We finally get to go out on a mission, and a mission to deep space is especially exciting because nobody's been out there. Unfortunately, this puts an end to my suicide by boredom plan, and any failure is a bit of a disappointment, so all in all, it's been a so-so day.
Okay, good. Everyone's here. You can join your men.
Excuse me?
You can join your men. Meaning, instead of standing here next to me, walk over there and join that group of people staring back at us.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
I am Lieutenant Sarah Clauson of the 3rd Division. The ISA has enlisted me to join your crew on this mission in the capacity of Head Engine Room Officer.
Engine room. Yeah. Could I talk with you over here? You can't come in here and demean my authority in front of my crew like that!
Crewman, you're out of line. I'm a ranked ISA officer, and I will demean any authority I deem necessary.
Well, you're crazy, and you're crazy if you think that I'm gonna back down as head of the engine room. Alright? If it wasn't for me, this whole place would utterly fall apart. So if you think for 1 minute...
I'm not taking your position. You are not stepping down. Head of the engine room would be a huge step down for me, career-wise.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything. I am telling you that I outrank you, and if you don't go over there and join your fellow crewmen, you will be peeling pears on Pluto. You got it? Okay, so where were we?
Well, if she thinks that she can just swoop in here, well, she's got another thing coming. Because I've spent the last 4 years earning the trust and admiration of my crew. And if it comes down to it, well, I'm not going to say the word. Mutiny, but you get the idea.
Personally, I don't think we need Sarah on board. I think Tom is doing just a fine job running the engine room. No, that's a lie. It's just that Sarah and I have a bit of a past. Back at the academy, we sort of hooked up. We did it. And I didn't even call her back. It's gonna be a long trip.
I don't understand the question. Why do you need to know that? Next question. I'm not at liberty to field any information regarding the mission. It's classified. How did you obtain that information? Tom told you what?
So I watched the rocket fly into the sky, and then the little parachute man came out and fell safely to the ground. That's when I knew I wanted to be an astronaut. Now, I went through this whole fireman phase whenever I was in junior high, but that was just to get the ladies.
What are you doing divulging classified information to these people? This interview's over. Come on, let's go. We have work to do. We'll talk about this later. And another thing. I don't know what it is, but you smell like a combination of freshly cut grass and dog food, and it's driving my sinuses crazy. What are you doing?
Oh, seriously? Checking the internal shields.
And who told you to do that? Figures? Well, I need you to do a final safety analysis of the engine coils.
Okay,
We don't have enough time for a full report, so just check the essentials.
you got it. Do it.
You don't need to do that. I did a full safety check this morning.
But she just told me to go and do a
Who are you going to listen to? Me, head of the engine room, or some girl? Just do what I told you to do. And get a haircut.
Now, wait here until I get back, if that's at all possible for you.
So, how are things with you and the lieutenant? Good?
Okay, let's do this.
Okay. What are we doing?
We're bringing the coil online.
It's 8:52. And the lieutenant said that...
Just do it.
Okay, you're the boss.
Yes, I am.
Okay, the waves are equalized. Whenever you're ready.
Begin the ignition sequence. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
What was that?
You sucked Bennet in the engine.
Where's Crewman Bennet?